17 members and associates of the Hells Angels are facing criminal charges in a violent attack.
Federal agents allege the Outlaws sold drugs, traded firearms, and engaged in insurance fraud and even tampered with government witnesses.
We have learned there is cell phone video as well as surveillance video of evidence in this attack.
The U.S. Attorney characterized today's raids as historic, the largest federal bust on organized criminal gang activity.
Retaliation is common for crimes involving biker gangs. However, it could happen anywhere because of how interconnected gangs have become nationwide.
The three-year investigation resulted in 42 federal indictments on a variety of charges, including racketeering, money laundering, drugs, gambling, insurance fraud, and extortion.
There's a bunch of bikers up here, and they're shooting guns and stuff. I need the police now.
Playing on foot going towards 2nd Street. Okay, receive.
Then you see a pack of Hells Angels going by, people are going to want to look. Next thing you know, cars. Because they're just staring at us and not paying attention to stop traffic.
If you wanted to break the law on an everyday norm, you should have joined a street gang. That's what they're known for. That's what they do. You're not allowed to steal cars on my block. We steal those cars.
I mean, it was so bad by us in Vegas. I was in the pool swimming, and the guys came back. Hey, Pee-wee, the cops are here. They want to talk to you. I said, well, go talk to them. Find out what they want. And they came back. They go, they want to talk to you.
Typically, if you leave the club, if you haven't been in for 10 years, you're automatically out back.
Got put out in 2006, back in 2007, wound up going into Chattin 2011. Came out of there, I had 4.5 years to walk off with zero support from that club.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about when the Outlaws kill a prospect, allegedly. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell your mother's, brother's, sister's friend about Chattin with Staxx. Tell them I got the dopest content on YouTube. And we'll keep bringing it to you guys. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. We got a lot to talk about today. There's been a lot of developments and some new things going on. There's some things out there I can't play on YouTube. So go check out Patreon for exclusive content. I upload videos daily, pretty much daily. There's a link for the Patreon in the chat. Or in the description of this video. There's one in the chat too. Lindsay, how are you? Thank you for joining me today. So we're going to go over a bunch of different cases. We're going to start off with 7 suspects have been identified in a jewelry heist out of LA. 7 suspects identified in a $100 million jewelry heist near Los Angeles. So this happened in Los Angeles. 7 people have been identified and charged with stalking an armored truck in a rural freeway rest stop north of Los Angeles, stealing $100 million worth of diamonds, emeralds, and more in what is believed to be the largest jewelry heist in U.S. history, federal authorities announced Tuesday. 2 of the 7 suspects have been arrested and were due in federal court in Los Angeles on Tuesday. Court records showed 4 of them remain at large. Tuesday, while one of the suspects is serving prison time in Arizona for an unrelated burglary and was expected to appear in court in Los Angeles in the next coming weeks. Pablo Longo, Jensen, damn, these people got long-ass names. Jensen Nelson Percella Flores was arrested Monday, and both were identified on federal theft and conspiracy. They were indicted on federal theft and conspiracy charges, authorities said. Associated Press sent email requests seeking comments from their lawyers, but they did not respond. The heist unfolded 2022 after the suspects scouted the armored truck leaving the International Jewelry Show near San Francisco with 73 bags of jewelry, according to the indictment. So the truck goes to this truck stop with 73 bags of jewelry in it. It's like an 18-wheeler. One of the armored truck, because it's kind of like an armored truck, right? But it's an 18-wheeler. They have two guards that are driving in the truck. So one of them is sleeping in the truck, and the other one goes in to the rest stop for like 30 minutes. And that's when these guys strike, and they go into the truck and steal all these bags. I believe they stole like 28 or 30 bags out of the 73. So the suspects followed the truck roughly 300 miles to the rest stop north of Los Angeles, making off with 24 of the 73 bags. They contained gold, rubies, and luxury watches. Some of the jewelry has since been recovered, U.S. Attorney's Office in California said in a news release. Some of the suspects are also being charged with other robberies, including one in March of 2022, when $240,000 worth of electronics was taken from a truck. So these guys are known for like robbing trucks. The indictment says some of the defendants would act as lookouts while others would break into the trucks and steal the merchandise, sometimes by force or by threatening violence against the drivers. Crazy. So here's a picture of the truck. Let me see if I got the video. I think I got a video for you guys. Or maybe I don't got a video. Thought I did. But this is the truck right here. And they stole all kinds of shit. And they got away with it for a while until they didn't. And then they got caught. So you don't always get away with it. So in other news, give me 1 second. One person was shot and one person hit by a truck during a road rage incident at a charity motorcycle event. Now, this is a road rage incident. This happened in Clarkson, Kentucky. Kentucky State Police are investigating a road rage incident in Grayson County. Troopers responded to reports of a road rage incident near the intersection of KY 88 and St. Anthony Road on Saturday afternoon. Sharp says the alleged incident occurred during a charity poker run involving hundreds of motorcycles and a pickup truck. One of the victims received non-life-threatening gunshot wound, and a second victim was struck by the pickup truck and transported to University of Louisville Hospital. And they say that she was paralyzed from the waist down. I do have a video for this situation. Let me get that for you. And then we'll get to the story at hand.
Follow Saturday's road rage incident in Grayson County. We're now hearing from those injured and others at the scene. We've also obtained video footage. We want to warn you it may be disturbing for some viewers.
Hey Jimmy, what's up?
What you're seeing now is moments before a truck driver hit a woman during a charity poker run event. KSP trooper Scotty Sharp tells us it happened around noon near the intersection of Kentucky 88 and St. Anthony Church Road in Clarkson. Tony Wells, the motorcyclist who took this footage, believes the driver got impatient and didn't want to wait for the motorcyclist to pass by.
So this guy got impatient and just drove around all the motorcycles and plowed into some people. Now, the guy that got shot during this incident is about to talk in this video.
Other motorcyclists say the driver was pointing a gun out the window of his truck. Wells says the driver then hit a woman. The family confirming to us it was 35-year-old Kayla.
And what happened to Kayla is they was sitting there. She did absolutely nothing wrong. They were in their lane. Everything was fine. But whenever he cut across, his tow mirror caught her in the upper chest space. The mirror hits her in the front. She's pinned against the backrest, and it flips her off backwards over the backrest.
I agree, Path Killer, 100%. He should be charged with attempted murder.
Kayla's brother, Mike Turner, told us her neck was broken, and last night she was pretty much paralyzed from the legs down. Turner said she had a successful surgery this morning and is in high spirits, telling people that she's okay and not to worry. Meanwhile, Derek McClure tells us he was the one shot. He describes how he saw the scene go down.
30 feet past the truck, I heard pop, pop. I look back and the truck is flying up through the yard and then back down through the ditch. I turn my bike around just in time to see all the bikes falling over, laying on their side. That was like 50 feet away. Come down a little further and see a friend of mine laying on her back, eyes wide open, and guys starting CPR on her.
McClure said he then followed the driver for miles, at one point saying the driver shot him in the left shin, so he shot back. They eventually stopped in front of a Grayson County Sheriff's blockade. It's unclear if any arrests have been made, and we are waiting to hear back from KSP on more information.
So, did you hear that? They said he shot back. So, I wonder if the cops are going to charge him for shooting back. That would be crazy if they did.
Kayla's family is seeking donations to help with medical expenses. If you would like to help, details can be found on our website, WBKO.com. We'll continue to bring you the latest online and on air.
And if I can get that, place where you can give donations, I will share it. But that's a crazy situation. But let's get to the topic at hand. So today we are talking about an outlaw prospect or probate. They call them probates, not prospects, I guess. Shout out to all the outlaws out there. I don't think this situation has it doesn't reflect on the group as a whole. See, when certain things happen with individuals within the clubs, sometimes they reflect as the group as a whole because you represent the club when you're out wearing your patch. Like the guy shooting at the car wearing a patch or doing whatever. You're out in public, you're doing things. But situations like this are isolated incidents. I don't think that they were directed by the club, but I don't know, So this is the alleged victim. Let me get these all right. So this came out on January 13th. It says 5 people, including Londoner, are now charged in the 2019 death. 5 people, including a London man, are now charged with first-degree murder in the 2019 death of a man who police say was abducted in a cemetery and found dead the next day. Wellington OPP said Monday that Matthew Drummond, 38, of London, Jessica Martin, 35, of North Perth, are charged with first-degree murder in the death of Jason John Brown, 43, of Kitchener. I think I said that wrong. So Brown was abducted on March 12, 2019 from a cemetery in Harriston, about 25 kilometers north of Listowel, Durham region. Police found his body at 8:10 a.m. the next day at Stevenson Road North in Whitby. police said. Drummond also is charged with conspiracy to commit an indictable offense. Did not know that was a charge, but they have a lot of different things up there that are nothing like up here. So there was a reward for this whole situation. Martin is also charged with kidnapping, 3 counts of obstruction of justice, and 2 counts of possession of property obtained by crime worth less than $5,000. Both accused will make their next court appearance, blah, blah, blah. So this is the reward poster. Says the government of the province of Ontario is offering a reward in the amount of $50,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of persons responsible for the death of Jason John Brown on March 12, 2019, approximately 6:30 p.m. Jason John Brown, 43, of Kissinger, I think I said that right, Kistner, I think you said, was abducted from a public area of the town of Harrison, Ontario, and transported to Durham region area. His body was found the next day. They immediately commenced a homicide investigation. Police are asking for anyone with information. Blah, 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 blah. So police said the suspect in Brown's kidnapping has been seen near Harrison Cemetery about 6 p.m. on March 12, 2019. 3 vehicles of interest were identified as a light color Chevrolet Cruze, a light color Chrysler 300, and a dark color Dodge minivan. Investigators recovered Chevrolet and the Dodge. The Chrysler 300 remains outstanding. In November of 2023, Joshua Alexander Drummond, 32, of Edmond, was charged with first-degree murder and kidnapping in Brown's death. Police did not say if Joshua Drummond's and Matthew Drummond's are related. Wow, so they could be related. That would be pretty crazy, right? So, and this guy was a prospect for the Outlaws at the time. Or a probate, my bad. In June of 2024, Travis Willard Wand, 30, of Wellington North, was charged with first-degree murder, 2 counts of assault with a weapon, kidnapping, theft worth more than $5,000, 2 counts of possession of property obtained by a crime worth less than $5,000, and 2 counts of obstruction of justice. Wellington OPP continued to investigate Brown's death. With the assistance of the OPP Biker Enforcement Unit, the province is offering $50,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction and possible responsible for this death. And then we go on. Outlaw biker member charged with killing prospects. Killing, say. London man is charged with the 2019 death of his close friend and alleged member of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club. So this guy is a full patch member of the Outlaws. I wonder if he knows Bob. The OPP charged 2 more people last week with the death of Jason Brown, 43, whose body was found along the road in Oshawa in March 13th, 2019. Brown, with links to the Outlaw Motorcycle Club, had been kidnapped from a cemetery in Harrison, a community northwest of Guelph. One day earlier, Wellington County OPP said. Matthew Drummond, 38, of London, Jessica Martin, 35, North Perth, are both charged with first-degree murder, and Drummond is additionally charged with conspiracy to commit indictable offense, while Martin is facing additional charges of kidnapping, obstruction of justice, and other offenses. We believe the victim, Jason Brown, was a former prospect for the motorcycle club, a spokesman said. Drummond and his brother Joshua, who is also charged in Brown's death, are full-patch members of the Outlaw Motorcycle Club. The OPP Biker Enforcement Unit is involved in the homicide investigation because the alleged biker links in the two accused and the victim. Police charged Joshua Drummond, 32, of Edmonton, and Stephen Garriggs, 33, of Brantford, with first-degree murder, kidnapping in 2023. Travis Wand, 30, of Wellington North, was charged in June of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and other offenses. Brown's sister expressed shock that Matthew Drummond, a close friend to their brother, is now charged in his death. That was my brother's best friend for years, Nancy Brown said. Sister Tara Brown described her brother as an amazing guy to the broadcaster. He had his faults, she said, but anyone that met him had always said that he has a big heart. Neither sister responded to an interview or for comment this week. Burton didn't say whether the biker club Brown was affiliated with, whether he was still a prospect, someone who was in the process of becoming a full-patch member of the club at the time of his death. But Brown's Facebook profile featured a photo of him wearing an Outlaw support gear and the club's white and black colors. There's pictures of him sitting on bikes and things like that. The Outlaws are the third largest one-percenter club in the world. They have 13 chapters in Ontario, including one in London, Cerna. And the club didn't respond to a request for comment. Court records show Drummond was already facing nearly a dozen charges in London prior to his arrest this month. He was arrested in June and charged with 5 counts of assault, 3 counts of assault with a weapon, 2 counts of assault causing bodily harm, and assault with choking. The charges stem from an alleged attack between 2017 and April 2024 on the same woman. The weapons involved, including a lit cigarette and garbage, documents say. Drummond spent 1 day in custody before he was granted bail. Under his release conditions, he is ordered to live within the town and not to go near the complainant and not to possess any weapons. Police said they're investigating Brown's death is ongoing, and a $50,000 reward is offered in this case. Investigators believe that there are still individuals who have intimate knowledge of Mr. Brown's death, and they're looking to speak with them. So then here's another article about this situation. Right here, he has a support shirt on. So 6 years after slaying loved ones, remain desperate for answers. Almost 6 years after Tara Brown's brother was killed, his family still doesn't know how he died. Last month, the police charged 2 more people, including a London man, allegedly a member of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, in the 2019 homicide. 5 people, 2 of them siblings, are now charged with first-degree murder in the death of Jason Brown, 43, whose body was found along Oshawa Road, March 13, 2019. In March, it will be 6 years, and we still don't know the exact cause of death or anything. We weren't able to get the death certificate yet. That's pretty wild. I wonder why they're not able to get the death certificate yet. I mean, were they able to see the body after this happened? When they got called and said, "Hey, your family member is dead." They're able to go see the body, right? Usually that's what happens. You're able to go identify the body. So, I mean, if you're going to identify the body, you could pretty much speculate if by seeing the body on what happened, if there's bullet wounds or stab wounds or his head caved in or whatever it was, you know? I mean, you could pretty much speculate on how it happened. Police showed up at the home of Brown's other sister, Nancy, the day after his death to notify the family, but provided few details. The family learned through media reports that Brown had been kidnapped from a cemetery in Harrison the day before his body was found. "We are really upset about it. We shouldn't have to find out stuff about my brother on the news," she said, adding that she doesn't know what her brother was doing at the cemetery. "I don't know that he knows anyone buried there," she said. OPP detectives have cited ongoing investigation and lack of information for the lack of information available to the family. Police initially charged Joshua Drummond, 32, Stephen Griggs, 33, with first-degree murder, kidnapping in 2023. Travis Wan, 30, charged in June of first-degree murder, kidnapping, and other offenses. Matthew Drummond, 38, and Jessica Martin, 35, are both charged with first-degree murder. Martin is also charged with kidnapping and other offenses. The Drummond brothers are alleged members of the Outlaws Motorcycle Club, and Brown is a one-time prospect, police said. Tara Brown said her brother met Matthew Drummond in London in 2014, and they had became best friends. "We were very shocked because they were very close," she said of learning Drummond was charged in his killing. Tara Brown is aware of her brother's links to the Outlaws, but she said she hadn't been spending much time with the club in the months before his death. So he kind of backed away from the club, she said. "My brother told me that they had a falling out. My brother never told me that they had a falling out or anything," she said of the Outlaws. Brown is remembered as a jokester with a big heart. He lived in Kitchener, and has two grown children who are 13 and 17 when he died. He loved them. His little girl was the pride and joy, Tara said, adding her brother also was closest to her son's sister. Tara Brown, who last saw her brother when he came to her home for a haircut a few months before he died, decided not to view his body after the coroner advised the family against it. So, I mean, that answers my question right there. Because if they would have viewed the body, they probably could speculate on how he died. They wouldn't have to wonder. I mean, they would see it, but then that's the image they would have of their family member forever. From what they had said, he was injured really bad, and he really didn't look like himself. Brown's violent death and lack of answers about what happened has been difficult on the family, especially around the holidays and other special occasions, Tara Brown said, who encouraged anyone with information about her brother's homicide to come forward. "It's just really hard not having our big brother there," she said. "And I don't understand how anybody could take somebody's life, no matter what the circumstances are." So this is a crazy story, and I will keep you guys updated when these guys go to court. and things get all sorted out, and I'll let you know exactly what I find out. Hey, what's going on, Craig? How are you? Mickey Griggs in the house. Shout out to Mickey. What's going on, man? Luke. What's up, Luke? How are you? Roy, what's going on? Doug. We got Doug in the house. Staxx, nice I caught you, brother. The OPP in Ontario can be real a-holes. I'm sure they can. So if you guys don't know, I interviewed a guy who was undercover. He was an undercover officer, and he said that they're assholes. Like, he doesn't like them at all. They threw him right under the bus. They wanted him to get killed during the whole... It's Kitchener, huh? Name our cities and towns are named from places in the UK. A lot of places in Connecticut are named after places in the UK, too. There's Bristol, England. A lot of different towns in Connecticut are named after spots in the UK. I appreciate all you guys taking the time to watch this show. I got a lot of content on the way. I have viewed a brother from his mother. Stuff recommended. She see him. She asked that I do it. The staff was right to recommend that to her. Still someone that loved him should have viewed him. 100%. I agree. Listen, you never want to see your family member like that, but if I had questions, say that happened to one of my family members, I would go see the body. I wouldn't care if that's what I seen. If I had questions and that happened, I would 100% do that. I would see the body because I would want to know. Golden Horseshoe over $10 million. No, I think Staxx. Golden Horseshoe? Who has a golden horseshoe? Oh, here's the cash app of the victims. The road rage victim who is looking for money to help with the medical expenses. So if you want to help out, as long as that's not like someone trying to scam the family, I'm pretty sure it's them. If it was on the news's website, because they said they were going to put it up. But we got a lot of content on the way tonight. Part 8 or 9. I think it's part 9 of Pee Wee and Bob one. And then eventually I'll play the whole interview. But shout out to the W Number podcast. We did an interview last night. Came out great. And you guys are really going to enjoy this one. This dude tells a really good story. And you're going to like it. He has a podcast out there in Boston. I think it's Boston. Okay, I'll get you guys the link. And they are investigating the pagans down there in North Carolina for shooting up the Outlaws clubhouse. So things are going to get crazy. I'm going to have a lot more information for you guys. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go up there to Boston and I'm going to do an interview live in his studio. So it's going to be good. Wow. Sorry for your loss, Mickey. That's terrible. My brother died from a head-on collision with a semi-truck versus a tow truck. I saw the aftermath and accident photos. It wasn't a pleasant sight. It's crazy. Yeah, the Outlaws are getting outnumbered. Listen, the Blue Wave, they got a lot of people. I mean, the pagans are a force to be reckoned with, you know? They definitely are. There's a lot of good guys that are in the pagans. There's a lot of good guys that are in every club. And I don't pick sides. I'm friendly with all of them. I'm never going to pick a side. I'm neutral in all of this. A lot of times I get messages, who do you support and this and that. Support them all. When I get more information, let me see if there's any new information. Nope, no new information yet. No, I know where to find it. I think there's probably going to be arrests coming soon. No, there's nothing yet. But you guys know there's always new information coming out. So I got a video that I'm going to be putting onto Patreon. I can't put it on YouTube, but it's pretty crazy. Mark, what's going on? So this video is of this white guy who goes up to a club where there's some African American people, and he allegedly starts saying racial slurs, right? And they beat the shit out of him with sticks and pipes, and they strip him butt naked and beat him. And it's a pretty crazy video. But I'm gonna upload it onto Patreon. There's new videos up there right now. Go check them out. There's that video of the road rage incident, uncensored. So there's another video. I can't play it on YouTube either, but there's new Tren de Aragua gang members. Here, I can show you stills. Oh wait, I could probably play it. Because they're not, Bob understands the politics better than most Staxx, and him being an outlaw at the time, traveled the world, these clubs, raucous and shit, and turn New York minute. 100%. And listen, summer just started, so if this is how it's going to start, it's going to get crazy this summer. So look at this. These are Tren de Aragua gang members in a different apartment building in Colorado. All of them have weapons. Watch this. They're knocking on someone's door in an apartment building. I believe they arrested like one of these guys so far. Look what's in the guy's hand. Look what's in his hand. He's pointing it. This is the reason why we need to deport these people. And they want these Politicians want these people to stay in the country. No deal. They need to go. These dudes are knocking on someone's door. And they all have weapons, all of them. They all have guns on them. Dog, what's going on? That guy right there in the red shirt, I believe he got caught. But look, they all have weapons in their hand. Every single one of them. The guy with the hoodie right there on the right, he got caught. They identified him. He's got a weapon in his hand too. None of these people should be armed in our country. None of them. And all these people that say, oh, they have the right to go to court, they have this, that, they're not legal citizens. They don't have the same rights as citizens do. So I think the politicians need to put the community and the safety of the citizens above these people. It's just crazy, and now you can see them leave. It's insane, but what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of these crazy illegal immigrants that are terrorizing citizens? I think their No Kings rally was a waste of time. It was just a waste of time because there is no kings in the United States. I think Jesus is king, and you can't stop it. But I appreciate all you guys watching. I got a lot more content for you guys coming up. If you guys want to help out the show and donate, I'm trying to get some new lenses, you can hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. And we're going to be filming very soon. We're starting to get everything together. And I appreciate you. I can't wait to show you what I have created. It's going to be good. You guys will like it. And if you want to tell your story on Chattin with Staxx, just email me at BillStaxx2021 and we'll discuss having you on the show. I appreciate you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this show, too fucking bad. Start your own podcast. I appreciate all you guys. And remember, don't be a bitch. Peace.
And all new at 5, a major organized crime bust. 23 people under arrest now accused of stealing guns and cash.
Today, police revealed 4 organized crime groups are wreaking havoc.
From aggravated robbery to kidnapping, burglary, and more. Let's take a look at this. New pictures from court documents in this case. These are a few of the people who have been charged. And investigators say the money, tens of thousands of dollars, is all stolen.